Well, it's Sleepy's Day 2017 here at Townsend Oval, and we actually...
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon and welcome along to Sleepy's Day 2017. We have a huge crowd in attendance for Sleepy's Day here today, and we actually caught up with the man himself only a short time ago. Here's Peter Sleep.
Yes, it just keeps on growing. I don't know where it's going to stop. I said last year we couldn't top last year, and look what happens. It just keeps on backing up, and it's great. I think it's fantastic.
Mate, over $100,000 raised, I understand, last year. We must be going close, if not better, this year.
We're well over that this year, and depends on the auction items and that come up tonight. We're hoping to get to around 150. So
wow.
That's incredible.
Incredible. Talk us through some of the stuff that you got up for grabs today.
Yeah, well, this is obviously the Rumble in the Jungle, Frazier and Ali. I mean, they're both signed and certificate for Ali and Fraser. I mean, obviously Ali's dead now, so I don't know what that'll go for. I'd imagine 3,000 plus. So, and we've got a lot of one items up. You have a look at the Might and Power. They're certificate by Jack Denham, and them plates are the plates that Might and Power wore in the 97 Caulfield Cup and the 97 Melbourne Cup.
They've also got the Jared Haynes San Francisco 49ers. What a get.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a get. I don't know if anyone likes the guy anymore, so we'll have to see what they go. Someone bid $17.
$17?
Yeah, I told him it was $5 over there.
Good stuff. Mate, what a year it was last year. I mean, those memories must be still fresh in your mind, winning the premiership.
Well, you look at Sleepy's Day last year. We scored in the last 40 seconds to win the game, which won us the club championship in 64 years. The boys had enough momentum and belief to go from there to win the grand final since the last time I played in it. So, yeah, that's pretty special, yeah.
How many points will the boys get up today by?
Oh, look, I reckon they'll win by 16 plus.
It's a big margin, big crowd, big points ahead.
Well, we've won 7 Sleepy's Day games in a row. If the first grade win today, that's 8. So today's good.
Mate, really appreciate it. Good luck today and have a good night tonight.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to tonight. I think I might unleash. And again, Bar TV, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No worries, Pete. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Good on you. It's always great to have Peter Sleep on Bar TV Sports. This is the 8th year now that Peter Sleep and his committee have been raising funds to support everybody struggling with cancer or adversity. It's absolutely touching stuff. And I've got to say, there's more than 2,000 people in here at Townsend Oval today. There could even be quite some more. It's going to be a magnificent day. And as he said in that little chat there, they raised $100,000 last year. They're well on target for nearly $150,000 in 2017. Well, in the commentary box today, we have Lucas Miller. Good afternoon to you, Lucas.
Yeah, Pete, thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. Just take a look at that crowd. I mentioned nearly 2,000 people. I don't think we'll be very far off that figure here this afternoon.
No, it looks great out there, and obviously very important for the community to get behind such a good cause. And it's not only South people out there. I know a lot of people from different clubs that are supporting the day, and Sleepy's touched a lot of people at a lot of different clubs. So it's good to see so many people here.
Yeah, and of course, all those years ago when Pete was very sick, the likes of Tim Butler and Dave Fleming got together, and I think also with Peter Parr and also Jonathan Thurston got involved all those years ago, and since then, it's just turned into a juggernaut, and nobody wants to miss out on a day like today, mate.
No, and it goes back to South Leagues Club tonight as well, so they could get an even bigger crowd with local sport around with junior grand finals today, so there could be some more people back, and hopefully they get over that 150 mark.
Okay, well, the crowd are in anticipation for kickoff. We're only about 3 or 4 minutes away from both of these sides coming out onto the field. We have the sides in for the South Newcastle Lions and the Central Newcastle Butcher Boys. Let's go through the away side as the Butcher Boys come out shortly onto the field. At fullback is Jake Mason. On the wings is Jared Knott and Cameron Anderson. The centre pairings of Sean Metcalf and Josh Nielsen. The 6 and 7 is Liam Boney and Brad Murray. Murray, of course, he's back from suspension. And the forwards of Metcalf, Bryant, Baker, Williams, Madden and Cordner. And the interchange this afternoon for the Butcher Boys looks this way. Worsley, Madden, Harrigan and Jarrett. And, of course, they're coached by your dad, Lucas, Craig Miller.
Unfortunate. No, he's doing a good job at Central. Yeah.
In his first year as coach there, is he enjoying his time there?
Yeah, it's a really good club. They've got a lot of good kids there, and that's the really thing that he's enjoyed and everyone that's come to the club has enjoyed. We've blooded a lot of kids through injury, but it's also through the talent that they've got there. It's a good opportunity for them to play against some good players here today, and on a big occasion. Some of these kids wouldn't have played in front of 2,000 plus, so it's a good day for it.
Let's go through the Newcastle Lions, the South Newcastle Lions. They're in 5th place on the competition ladder. They look this way. At fullback is Lachlan Walmsley. On one wing is Offa Manu Mafatoa. On the other wing is Jacob Affleck. The centres of Mitch Knowles and Tim Christie. The 6 and 7 is Ryan Glanville and Chris Merlot. There's no Jason Keelan in 7th this afternoon for the Lions. The back rowers are Fapulii, Higgins, Simpson, Luke Higgins, Jake Lawrence and Matty Shipway. The interchange bench of Scott Matthews, Nathan Campbell, Peterson, and in jersey number 17 is Angelo Piccioni. And, of course, they're also coached by the first-year coach here at the Lions in Bancross. It's going to be a ripper of a match. The last round of the premiership before we get into finals football. Of course, next Saturday we'll have 4 versus 5, which is the elimination semi-final. And next Sunday we'll have the qualifying semi-final where 2 will tackle 3. Tom Taylor is our referee this afternoon. And Sleepy's Day 2017 is underway right here on the home of Newcastle Rugby League. Bar TV Sports, and what a start for the Lions. They've been able to find touch in goal. We're going to have a goal line dropout here, Lucas. Couldn't get much better start than that.
No, that's pretty disappointing. Didn't look a lot of enthusiasm to catch the ball in the field, and that's a coach killer to start the day.
Not much wind to speak about. Around 18 degrees right here in the first half. As we see Brendan Simpson. He hits it up and he's tackled there by Williams over the top. So they're 30 metres out from the central line. It comes back to the right-hand side of the field, and this is Luke Higgins. He hits it up to be tackled now, 30 metres out from the goal line. They come back on the inside now to Fapulii, and he's dropped down after only 50 seconds of the match. Options left, options right. Liam Higgins, he works the right-hand side in front of a huge crowd here at Townsend Oval. This could be close to being the first try, but no try here. Held up there, Lucas. Gee, they've nearly gone all the way in the first set of 6.
Yeah, they started really well, South. A lot of enthusiasm through the middle third. And they just found them a little bit short on the right-hand side here. And they're going back that way again through Higgins.
And now he switches it back to the left-hand side, and Simpson offloads a pass before he finds his brother in Luke, and he's going to be tackled now 5 metres out from the goal line. Central under the pump, the home side on Sleepy's Day, looking to go forward and score the first try. And Jake Lawrence, he does exactly that. The crowd go up after 2 minutes, 4-0 in favour of Souths.
Yeah, really good stuff there. They had the momentum that whole set. obviously with the poor start for Central, with the kick-off mistake and running at numbers and speed, and the half little show and go, and our defender there on the left took the dummy and found his back row through the gap.
We'll have a look at this. It was quite simple and effective in the end. As we have a look at the wide shot, it was just too much up the middle. A lovely offload, and Jake Lawrence, he'll score those tries any day of the week.
He will, and I think it was Brad Murray that missed that tackle, so he obviously didn't do a lot of work during the week on his tackle techie.
Of course, Brad Murray back from suspension, playing his first game back. Only a week out from finals football as we launch into 4 weeks of finals, of course, culminating in the grand final in the last Saturday of September. A lot of people around here, especially on Sleepy's Day, have said Souths have a job to do today. Souths are coming off a 44 points to 12 defeat to the minor premiers, Western Suburbs. So they'd be desperate to win today to take momentum into the finals. Here's the kick. It's a beauty. So after only 3 minutes, Lucas, Souths lead by 6 points to 0 here on Sleepy's Day.
Yeah, they'll take a lot of encouragement out of that first set and that first few minutes there. Central, they need to reset and start again here. This is the start of the game for them. In their mind and mentality, it should be 0-0 and leave with their defence here. But Souths really need to, if they want to keep on this similar vein of form, they need to complete this set.
For Central, well, they are sitting in third place. They also have, I guess, a lot of work to do. They have had a lot of work to do recently after going down, 30-6 last week to Macquarie. But they'll welcome back, as I mentioned, halfback Brad Murray from suspension. I'm sure he will be a steadying influence with his good kicking game.
South didn't want to catch the ball off the kick-off then either. So.
No. There is a bit of breeze around, Lucas.
Yeah, it's not a lot to speak of, but the way they kick the ball these days, those floaters off the tee, they're hard to catch. But they've had two tackles here and they're onto the 20.
The coverage is our referee here this afternoon, the man in pink. I understand that the Referees Association are going to introduce GoPros into their refereeing ranks in 2018 with an announcement expected in the coming days. So South's out here to the 40-metre line, 6 points to 0 on Saturday afternoon football. Just outside the 40 goes the kick, and it goes downfield. You can see the flag over there. The wind's coming out of the north, so it's into the face of the Central Butcher Boys in the first half.
It is, and it's very important here that Central complete this set. They need to have a really positive set here, get to a kick. In South, you would think their enthusiasm off their line speed here, they appear to be all offside there, but they might be a little bit excited.
So both of these sides last met back in round 7 of the competition. South victorious by 43 points to 28 on the 4th of June. Long time before drinks. This is finals football a week early right here on Bar TV Sports.
Yeah, the message has gone out. There's simple footy there from Central. Murray with the high ball here. Some pressure from Anderson from the outside. Another one not caught. South recover it.
And they recover it nicely in the end, right on the 20-metre line. So Souths now through Manafatoa, and Offa takes it out towards the 30-metre line.
He's a big boy.
Love his hair.
Yeah.
Imagine shampooing that.
No thanks.
You go through a few bottles every time you give it a go. So early try on Sleepy's Day coming thanks to Jake Lawrence as they hit the advantage line, and for Pulei, he's wrapped up just short of the halfway line. Centre of the field. We've had a lot of rain in Newcastle over the last 24 hours, but today the rain has died off and the ground looks red hot. Looks very dry as well. As it comes back there to the halfway line. There goes the boot. The kick off the right boot. Of course, Merlot in to replace Keelan today. And the ball comes back away, and the Butcher Boys come away with it through their fullback in Mason, about 22 metres out from their own goal line, Lucas.
Now both teams are racking the arm wrestle now. We'll see how both teams fare here, both defensively and attack. And Anderson comes out of dummy half with a good run. It's really important that the young kids here at Central, Mason and Anderson, and not, they've done a really good job this season, and they've set the platform for the older fellas through the middle.
But looking through the team list for the Butcher Boys, there's no Steve Gordon today. Josh Nielsen's in to replace him.
Yeah, Steve's got a groin issue, so he's just giving another week. Murray with another high ball, spiralling kick.
Towards the huge crowd, diffused brilliantly there by Affleck before he's been minced over the top by the Butcher boys, and of course that was Josh Nielsen over the top. But how about that torpedo high raid by Murray?
Murray at his best.
So they cut out Offer. Look at that tackle.
Good
Heavy
hit.
stuff.
Dane Courtney has been sensational this year. He's really taught the kids how to play tough footy, and he's led the way in his actions, which has been really pleasing for Dane.
So this is the 30-metre line. They're coming out of the northern end here in the first half. This is Saturday afternoon rugby league. Hit us up on Twitter or Facebook. We're Facebook Live this afternoon as well, as Merlot puts in a kick downfield, and the Butcher boys give it away to Josh Nielsen. He looks fit. He's hit a lot of, I understand, a lot of work in the gym over the last 6 months, and he's looking quite good.
Yeah, he's doing well. He had a bad injury in a trial, so it's good to get him back on the field, and hopefully he gets through a few more games and a couple more seasons yet.
So they're inside. As we can see, the Lions' territory on the attack for the first time here this afternoon, and this is Baker. He charges straight into Mitch Knowles. He'll play the ball 15 metres in from touch. They work the right-hand side now. It comes back then out of corner. He hits it up and he runs straight into Luke Higgins. He'll play the ball eventually, about 30 metres out. He'll play it back to the right-hand side. Murray now cuts out one, turns it back on the inside, and they're going to be dropped down in the tackle here, the Butcher boys, over the top. Can Metcalf go down? No, he can't. Higgins takes him in the tackle. It's the last tackle now for the opposition. It comes back then out of Murray. He kicks, but well cut off by Mitch Knowles, right in front of a bumper crowd down towards the northern end of the field.
This season, that's actually a good kick this season with the 7 tackles. You don't want to be trying to dribble into the in-goals here. They're about 2 metres long, so that's a good result for Central. They've completed their last 4 sets, so that would be pleasing, Coach Miller.
Now this is Tim Christie. Just short of the 30-metre line here. Next week we head into finals football, but Sleepy's Day 2017 unfolding right here. As I mentioned, a crowd in excess of well over 2,000 people in here. Big night for South. It's a big day, but we've got a rugby league match too.
South's run it here on the left.
Yeah, let's see what they can do.
Numbers.
They've got an overlap out wide. Where's Offer? He might come into it right now. There he is. He'll kick and chase. It's come off a Butcher boy. Was it played at?
Yeah, 6 to go.
So 6 more tackles, says Tommy Taylor, our referee. So they come back away through the middle of the field in 13. This is Matt Shipway.
This is a big set for Central defensively. Two on two efforts after a tough set there with moving the ball. They got a good tackle there.
So 10 minutes gone. 6-0. With a penalty.
And that hurts.
It does hurt. Hasn't blown too many penalties in this match so far,
I think that's
Tom.
his first one. Hopefully it goes both ways.
Well, there's the tap, and Simpson hits it up and takes the shot there of corner.
He's played well this season, Simpson. He really leads from the front.
Real workhorse, isn't he? Now this
Higgins.
man just like that is Liam. This is Ryan Glanville. Got a good passing game in him too when he hits the advantage line.
Same again if they go left again here.
Let's see if they work it to the right. No, they go the other way. This is Shipway. Only 4 metres out from the goal line. They're attacking. Where's Offer? He's got the ball now, but the defence pushes him back. Anderson throws him back towards the 10. The ball's on the ground. It's scooped up. It's coming towards the middle. Oh,
good tackle.
On Merlot. 6 points to nil here on Saturday Rugby League as Glanville puts it onto the toe. Pressure in goal. They're under all sorts of pressure, and Nielsen will not get back into the field of play, Lucas. Another goal line dropout.
Yeah, that's now through 4 sets in a row now, so Central have to really dig deep in this set. But South, you can see Higgins, he loves a short side play, and that's 3 times in that set he tried to go down there. So I'm sure he thinks there's a weakness on Central's short side, and so he'll take advantage.
Great energy. It's a fast match so far.
That's what happens when there's only 1 penalty after 11, which is good.
Keeps everybody engaged. So Souths again. Winding up and bringing it back is Roman Mafapuli. Tackle there by Madden. So 12th minute of the match. we're about to head in towards. As Jake Lawrence takes a shot of his opposite number in Tom Madden. Now to Luke Higgins. Rolling through the middle. Down to the 10. That's Liam Higgins, the brother of Luke, of course. Back to Fapulii. They're 8 metres away from the Butcher Boys goal line. Leading by 6 points to 0 as Merlot. He's within 4 metres of the goal line.
Last tackle.
What's their option now? Look for the kick. There it goes. They've lost it, and there's another one. Try to Shipway. Try to Shipway. Well, that was too easy to Shipway. They just couldn't force it, though. Well, what do you think will happen there?
Well, I think it's just a little bit of inexperience and probably fatigue there after 4 sets on their line. Anderson looked like he had the ball covered and just let that one slip, and Shipway chased through and got the 4 points. Look, they've really rolled through and been very professional in their footy at the early stages of the game. South, they've completed probably 100%. I can't think they've dropped the ball yet, so it should be hard to come back from that if they keep playing like that.
So there's the scoreboard in the top right corner. 26 minutes to go in the first half. As Lachlan Wormsley looking to convert the try. He's got the ball placed about 15, 20 metres in from that eastern touch line. But you're right, I don't think they've lost the ball for the entire 30 minutes so far.
I'd like to know do we know their strike rate on Sleepy's day? Have they won every game? I think they have.
I think you're right. I think Peter Sleep just mentioned that they've hit the 100% winning streak since
when I was playing at West. It was always a tough one to come over and play him here. So it's really important here for, like I said before, for South to complete again, but also Central there. They need to have their heads up and try and get back into this game, and that's going to happen in defence. So they've let in 2 little soft tries there, so that's something they need to work on.
What would be going through your father's mind right now, Lucas?
Well, his hair's already grey, so it might be falling out. No, he'd be getting the message out there just to go back to basics. It's a simple game footy, so we've just got to complete our sets and tackle. I think it was a little bit too quick there, so we had 2-man tackles, so probably get another person in there and try and slow the ruck down. Only 1 penalty, so maybe Tommy could be a little bit more generous and in his wrestle, so we could get another kick-off not caught. That's every kick-off so far. Must be something on the ball.
So Lachlan Wormsley coming in from dummy half before finding Jacob Affleck. So South Newcastle sitting 5th on the competition ladder because they won the premiership last year. Anything's possible. A lot of people saying Western Suburbs, they're the benchmark in the competition this year.
Good
Solid
tackle.
defence, wasn't it there? Good tackle from Metcalf. What's he brought to the club this year, Metcalf?
Just a lot of experience to the young guys. What is that? He's gone out. So there's their first uncompleted set. Crossy would be pretty disappointed with that. It's not hard to just play simple footy and get to a kick. So that's their first error, and we'll see if Brad Murray can lead something here. A good starting point for an attacking set. Yeah, you mentioned the Metcalf boys. They've been around a long time. Sean and Dan both been in systems, NRL systems, and just little things that they say during training to the younger players is you can tell they listen when they say stuff. So it's been really important having them there. This kid, Mason, he could be. I don't know why he's not in a night system because he's a freak. You can see by the try scoring list.
This is Jared Knott. So let's see what the Butcher boys have got. This is their second time inside the Lions' den. Just in front of the 30-metre line. This is Madden. Also doing it without Ethan Cook this afternoon, the Butcher boys, as Murray goes short. Boney giving it away.
Worley.
Justin's just inside the 20. So 12 points to nil here as Murray. Oh, what a nice catch out there by Offa. He's away. Offa down the touchline. Runs into a brick wall and he's ended it up into touch.
He's caught a shoulder charge there.
Let's have a look at this on the replay. I think you're quite right. I think the shoulders come into contact with Offa. Murray's just gone over to ask the question. Let's see if we can see a bit of a...
So the advantage was taken. Anderson's got a hand on the ball. Offa's taken off, so he's gone 10 metres. Oh, I see some wrap there. I think that's a harsh penalty. His arm was up. It's hard to get over the top of him. He's a big boy.
No wonder Murray asked the question. The Lions, they're about to hit the halfway line again through Luke Higgins. 3 in the tackle. One of them coming forward was Madden. So 2 metres inside the central territory. 12-0. 18 minutes gone here. I don't think he's put foot to the ball there. The referee said play on. Lucky escape as they see gap out here, but the gap closes just as quick. So 5 metres in from touch. It comes back away now to Affleck. He now gives it away.
Forward.
Yeah, well, now it's with Campbell. Straight up the middle. He's close to the line. Last tackle now. Souths on a roll. Back away now to the left-hand side of the park. Oh, they've put it down.
Play on.
Unfortunately, they've just put it... Oh, who's come away with it? Cameron Anderson.
Anderson, so he's made up for that error. South, although they've had a lot of footy, that they look like they might have outgassed themselves. They don't look to have a lot of energy here in this set. There's no line speed to speak of. Be looking to his bench, maybe, the coach.
It's Cody Bryant playing it back on that occasion. So we're about to hit the halfway point of the first half here.
Murray puts a kick down.
Nice kick too, straight into the possession of Affleck. He's got to turn it around. He's got the welcoming reception party in front of him, and they've knocked him sideways. Then the Manavatoa.
You can see both sides actually a little bit fatigued now. You see South are really crowding the footy. It's going to be a simple set by them.
That's Tim Christie there, slipping over just on the halfway line.
Good run.
Nice tackle there by...
Good play the ball.
Williams.
Here he goes, Higgins.
Burlow.
Too quick again. Last tackle.
Jason Cleland, late scratching. There goes a little chip and chase. One might think, no, it's too deep for a chip and chase. Mason's got to go away and clean it up. Beats the first line, tries to beat the second line, but he can't get away from Merlot there. 5 out, 15 out from his own goal line.
Like I say, it's hard these days trying to put in the grubber kick to get the repeat set, because if it's 7 tackles, if it goes dead, that's like 2 penalties. You know, they get down the other end of the field and they're attacking the line.
So Sleepy's Day 2017 unfolding in front of our very own eyes.
Baker's had some good runs, another good 10-metre game there.
To the halfway line, just on the edge of the cricket pitch. They're about to go over halfway into the territory of the home side. This is Worley. Comes back on the inside, trying to get away from Tim Christie. But over the top, wrapping him up there was Nathan Campbell. Penalty.
There we go.
It was coming and it's came.
It's came. So this is an important set for Brad and the Central boys. Have they got enough energy left to put on a real attacking set, or do they just try to camp down here for a little bit and let South defend a little bit? You can see both coaches are now going to the bench. Central are making 2 changes, and it looks like South are making 1. So that 20-minute part where the front rowers have had a big stint through the middle third, and they'll look to come off. Got blood bin here, maybe.
Simpson on screen as they find touch. About 22 metres out from the South Newcastle Lions' goal line. They take the tap and roll it forward through Metcalf. Time off.
Head high.
He's looking that way. He wants to have a chat. He's going to call him over. I don't know if we've got the ability to have a listen to the referee here today, but That's why he's calling him over. What do you make of that, Lucas?
There wasn't much in that, and I don't understand why we're calling them over. It's the first time it's happened in the game, so it's probably wasting a little bit of time.
No, stop. That one hit him in the head. That's a penalty. If it keeps like that, okay, we have multiple penalties. Stop, or you'll sit down. Multiple penalties, you know what that means.
That's a harsh penalty, I think.
You think I'm shooting Tom?
Was that the first penalty?
I'll go short side.
Today?
When you're ready.
Second in a row there, yeah. That's 2 all.
Grab him!
Level will they jump?
Move off him now!
Souths, for the first time, back on their own goal line. This is Jared Knott. Tries to do it himself, but he's pushed back into the field of play there by Brendan Simpson.
Corner from Dumia. Oh,
Lost it.
Looks like he's dropped it over the line.
Well, he had a go.
It was on. He just, the white line, he hasn't seen that for a while. And he just fell short.
So Simpson, speaking of him, he hits it up again. Plays it back to Higgins. Gives it away to his brother, Ed Luke Higgins. And he rolls it towards the middle of the field, cut down just short of the 40-metre line. Again, they advance it through the middle of the park again. This time hitting it up is Nathan Campbell. Playing the football after Jared Knott gets off him. So Higgins out of dummy half, finds Wormsley. Wormsley crawling down past the 40-metre line. So 12 points to nil here on Sleepy's Day 2017. There's a gap out here. Knowles straight into the gap. He beat the fullback. He puts the afterburners on and goes all the way. Third try. 16 points to nil. 15 to go first half.
Yeah, really, really important set there from South, and some good footy played down the short side again. We speak of it. That was a thing that the coach of Central raised pre-game, that Higgins likes to go down the short sides and South, so the replay would be pretty interesting here. Down the short side again, the half, and that's just another bad read on the right-hand side, left for Central, and that's pretty easy, really.
So it was Higgins again giving it across the right-hand side of the field, and there was the yawning gap, and I felt sorry there for, is that Mason?
Yeah, Mason, yeah, lost his footing.
Lost his footing in trying to come across and take Knowles into the ground. But the scoreboard advances out to 16 points to nil, 17 minutes out from half-time.
Yeah, you see just the Central go penalty, 2 plays drop ball, and then it's a 7-tackle set dropping in goal, and they score the next set. That's how important any error in the in goal is these days.
Lucas, what about yourself, mate? Down the track, would you like to be a part of coaching one day?
Oh, something I might. I'm fairly busy with work these days, so it's hard to get. This is a rare Saturday off for me, so I do a little bit of stuff with Central and some other things, but yeah, I do. I've been around football a long time, and it's a big part of my life, so yeah, it's something I'm interested in.
Here's the kick. They've converted it. It's 18-0, 12 minutes out from half-time. The Lions are on fire here on Sleepy's Day.
Yeah, they really come to the occasion, haven't they? And making one interchange now, the bench should bring that enthusiasm back on again. Central will be looking for the same. Dan Metcalf on. Bryce Madden also on.
If you're new to our coverage, of course, Peter Sleep, huge figure here for Souths. Won a premiership. He was diagnosed with throat cancer 8 years ago.
I don't know what it's about the kickoffs, but no one wants to catch the ball at the kickoff. I keep raising it, but it's a coach killer for both.
The ball's a ghost.
Yeah.
And Souths actually helped Pete raise a lot of money for his chemotherapy treatment towards cancer, and he wanted to help the club, pay back the club. And Sleepy's Day was his own idea. And he got a lot of help from the Leagues Club and, of course, Tim Butler and Dave Fleming and Peter Parr in the early days. And they've turned this day into a juggernaut where the whole entire community wants to get together and raise awareness in the cancer
really good
field.
Sorry to butt in. Really good really good set after points here. They get to their kick. The coach will be very pleased with that.
But that's the way they are positioned on the 20-metre line, the Butcher boys.
Now it's important for Central to really do some hard runs here and try and change the field position here back in their favour. Or a penalty would be great. Mousetrap even better.
A unique play in our game of rugby league these days, but brilliant to watch.
I think Brad gets paid to put them on. That's why he does it. I think there's a market somewhere for him to do mousetraps. Or he just doesn't like bending his back that far down.
So they work the left-hand side of the park.
He's Metcalf.
Puts the shoulder into Piccioni.
Murray with a high ball.
Where's Wormsley? There he is.
There he's safe. He's a good kid, good player, the Worsley. Been watching a little bit of him. A couple more kilos and he'll be very, very dangerous.
This man's always dangerous. Manu Mafatawa. Look at him. The defence over the top is even more dangerous on that occasion.
Yeah, good tackle.
Metcalf over the top. It was. That's the 30. They're about to head up towards here on Sleepy's Day. Check out that crowd. A bumper crowd in here. Jam-packed. Back to the live shot as Higgins goes short.
It's good to see Matt Shipway back in the comp too. He had a few years off. And another penalty to South. Not sure what that one was for. Second effort maybe.
Tommy Taylor also eyeing off a spot in the grand final of our referees. But
Bradley's gone over for a chat.
As far as referees go, you think Tommy Aylett's been doing a good job this year? Could he be in line for his second grand final in 2 years?
Look, I think it's been consistent, but it's hard to say. It's good that we're getting younger referees in, but I think it's an area of the game that we need to improve on too. Just some more depth and some more coaching and some help for the kids, because it's a hard gig, and that if they turn up on a Sunday and ref and make some bad decisions, but no one can tell them if they should have made it any different, and they go away South back through the middle third, tip on play. Central need to really bounce back off the line here.
This is Tim Christie dancing his way towards the try line.
If they score here, South going back towards the Sleepy's crowd in the second half is going to be hard to come back from.
They're up quickly there on Glanville. He throws the dummy, Glanville, and he gets the try. Well, we just said it was going to be difficult if they could come away with another 4 points into the second half, and Glanville answers the survey.
Yeah, well, Jared Knott screamed out of the line, and if you're going to do that, you really need to make the tackle, and that puts your teammates into a disadvantage. And you can tell there, once he missed the tackle, it was going to be a big gap where he left. You see not fly out, you've really got to make that. Some good feet by Granville and some tenacity to get the ball down. So that's a demanding lead now in coming into the second half.
So Jared Knott came up quickly off the line. And Glanville, well, he's done the rest. 22 points to nil. 10 minutes out from half time. Let's get a shot of this crowd down here towards the northern end of the field. Take a look at this shot right now as we've got here on the Bar TV pictures. They are enjoying their time out in the shade.
Yeah, they are, and they'd be enjoying the scoreboard too over there. Not like the padded cell central coaches box over here. Barney won't be very happy with that. He'll have a fairly spirited halftime talk ready to deliver, I'm sure. It's a pretty important game for both teams coming into the finals. They're both South, Lakes and Central. They're the next bunch after Macquarie and West. So it's important to have the momentum going into the finals, and it looks like South have that.
Gee, this crowd here looks bigger than grand final day last year. Bumper crowd. I would say we're heading towards nearly 3,000 people I had to park nearly 4 blocks away to get in here.
Yeah, I caught the bus. I couldn't. I didn't want to get a parking fine.
Yeah.
I was going to park on Watt Street and get the bus in, but it's closed. You know, this is important here. Let's see if they catch this one, though. There we go. We got one.
They've got one. They answered the call there of Lucas, and Jake Lawrence hits it up the gain. He sandwiched immense just short of the 20-metre line. So Nathan Campbell in 15. Originally penciled into the program was Lucas Grace. Sustained an injury at training throughout the week, I understand. So Higgins again, played well, got them going forward. When Higgins plays well from dummy half, they just roll on from there, don't they?
Yeah, he's been brilliant today so far. Everything's come off Higgins. He's also had good support from his halves, and they've made good choices and a couple of good. They've played some good footy. They've had a lot of possession, and they've really capitalised on it.
There he is again, Higgins, giving it back this time to Wormsley. He has to put in a kick, a rare kick. He finds himself putting onto the boot, but he's been able to find the touchline about 28 metres out from the Butcher Boys line.
Yeah, good set after points. It's very important to get your kick. You'll hear coaches in all grades say that's the most important thing to do after points. Just gets the rhythm back into the game, and you get a break coming back from points. You have a nice couple of runs, and then you get a break. If you find a touchline like that, that's just playing the low percentage play, and something they're doing well today.
Coming up at half-time, we're going to go back down amongst the crowd. We've got a few more interviews here on Sleepy's Day. The wine is all in all its glory. The beers are pouring, and they're having a good time down there. And we're able to go down there and encapsulate that. It's worth hanging around for. Maybe a family member or two you might be able to pick out on the screen as the Butcher Boys hit it up towards the 40-metre line.
Another mouse trap.
There's Murray. Just clicked on. Back from suspension here this afternoon. That is Cordner. Plays it back to Murray. He sends it away, and they take it towards the 40-metre line of the Lions here. Getting to his feet there, of course, that was Williams.
To be fair to Central, they haven't played bad football. They just made some little glitches in defence, which is obviously the scoreboard 24-0, but their attack's been pretty solid with limited opportunities down in the red zone. Good take there by, you can say his name.
Good old offer. Good old offer. No, we went into the sheds in the before the match and asked him, because I've had 6 pronunciations of his name this year, and he said it was Manu Mafatoa.
There's an error there by South, so this is an opportunity, a rare opportunity for Central to get some time down here on the South line.
Well, this is their chance to get back into the match heading into half-time.
Very important if they can get some points on the board. It gives them a little bit of encouragement going into the half-time break. I noticed that Higgins has come off, so that could also be something that Central could take advantage of.
So the Butcher Boys on the attack. This is Boney sending it away now to Mason. He hits it up, and he's brought down 15 metres in from that Western touchline. Now to Josh Nielsen. He goes for a scoot from dummy half.
Good run. They've got to go right.
They do. Not. Sees it. Finds Murray.
Still on.
That's the third tackle. We'll count them down with the referee. They're about to get the line. Have they got over? Referee says yes. First try. The start of the revival might have just started.
Maybe it's ironic or that Higgins has come off and that middle third just got a little bit lazy there. So that could be an interchange that Cross might feel like it was a regret now. But Central back on the board. Good barnstorming run there by Knott. And 4 points on the board, and you expect Murray to kick it from here.
Jared Knott coming in off the wing. And silences the Sleepy's crowd towards the northern end, where they are. Been there all day long. So Brad Murray, a prolific point scorer for the Butcher Boys, and that's why bangs them over from left, right and centre. 24-6 on the Saturday afternoon football scoreboard. Can you believe it's finals football already?
Yeah, it's come around quick. It's been a really good season. Very even season apart from the Western Suburbs team. They're very, very hard to beat. It'll be very interesting in the next few weeks. So I think Macquarie have got some questions for West, and it'll be interesting to see how the three teams we spoke of before handle the final situation.
So here they come again. Let's see how far they can bring it in this set. Nielsen replacing Steve Gordon in this match. We'll try and get score updates from other fixtures in the last premiership round here this afternoon on Bar TV Sports as well. There's no games tomorrow. It all ends today. Big day of sport throughout Newcastle as the kick goes into touch. 25 out from the Lions' goal line.
Central want to pack the scrum here with a little bit of momentum after the points and a good set. Got 3 minutes to go, so they'll both get a set of footy each.
Big day of sport, as I mentioned, the NHRU on today. We've got soccer grand finals, racing at Broadmeadow as well. But I've got to say, the biggest of crowds have made their self come through the turnstiles here at Townsend Oval without a doubt. Massive crowd. Huge crowd. Bigger than last year. And we're heading towards more than $150,000 raised. And even the Alley Show people from Circular Quay have made their way into town. That's not your dad underneath that, is it?
They're all the alternate crew, I think they're called.
The alternate crew?
Yeah, they're the hipsters.
It's the hipster star.
Yeah.
Didn't know Sleepy was a hipster.
He tracks them all. Everyone wants to support a great cause.
Good to have him in from Byron Bay and the surrounding mountains. And Islington. Oh, what a shot.
He nearly dropped that. It was a great poor pass from dummy half, but a really good pickup. Shipway and got handled for it.
Yeah,
hospital pass.
Was. So they're hitting the halfway line with a bit of grunt and gusto. This is Piccioni playing it back.
Good run.
Even good tackle too. They needed to tackle him and they did. Back through the back line again.
They just look a little bit disjointed since Higgins has gone off south, and I'll be thinking that Ben Cross will be putting him back on at the halftime break. Hopefully it's only a short break for South's sake.
Here goes Wormsley with a kick. Affleck coming through. Takes the tackle there of Joshy Nielsen.
So we want to jam in defence here. Make a statement going into halftime.
Scott Matthews over the top in 14 off the interchange bench.
Another big tackle here, you would expect.
Finals football a week earlier. Don't you love that? The premier country rugby league competition throughout the state, culminating at the Knights Stadium at Hunter Stadium, McDonald Jones Stadium on the last Saturday of September. Moved it from Sunday this year to Saturday.
Really good defensive set there by South, only gained 20 metres central. Big kick here from Murray.
With the kicking into the wind too. Ball bounces. This is Affleck. He's got Offer on his left, but takes the tackle. What do we got? 40 seconds left on the scoreboard, on the official scoreboard. Offer says, give it to me. What can he do? Takes it over the halfway line. That's what he does.
Then.
I wonder if he can feel it.
Oh.
I wonder if he can feel it. You might have to ask him if anyone's interested. That was flat.
Forward.
Referee said.
This referee had sun in his eyes.
Play on. That's the 30-metre line they're about to go into shot with. Wormsley kicking. Affleck. We'll just see this go out on the full. So that should take us up to half-time here, Lucas. Is that the siren in the background?
That's the siren.
So that's half-time here on Sleepy's Day 2017. Souths go to the Sheds leading by 24 points to 6. What do you think your father will have to say to the Chargers at half-time, mate?
I'll go find out.
Good stuff. All right, well, we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes' time. See what Craig Barney Miller has got to say. Lucas Miller heading down into the sheds to find out what his father has got to say in his first year as coach of the Central Newcastle Butcher Boys. You might even be able to find out what first-year coach Ben Cross is up to as well for the South Newcastle Lions. Central Newcastle Butcher Boys, well, they're finishing third on the competition ladder, taking on the 5th spot South Newcastle Lions. You wouldn't think so, would you? After that first half performance here on Sleepy's Day 2017. Well, earlier on today, we headed down into the crowd. We're about to roll the vision on Sleepy's Day live from the bunker, right amongst the thick of the crowd. Take a look at this. Well, hello everybody and welcome to 2017 Peter Sleepy's Day here at Townsend Oval. A huge crowd. Take a look at this. And I'll tell you what, the memorabilia towards cancer is going off, selling like hotcakes. How has it been today?
Oh, it's been a great day. We've got the caps are moving out very quickly, $20 for the caps, and these wonderful jumpers that have Kia on them. We're ordering those. We sold a lot of those today as well. The crowd's just amazing. There's so many people here. It's just such a great day. Sleepy's does a wonderful, wonderful job.
It's a juggernaut, really, isn't it?
Oh, haven't stopped, yeah. Started early this morning and lots of, rearranging and, yeah.
A lot of preparation goes in today.
People don't realise, a lot of preparation.
And take a look at that jersey. How outstanding is that? Fantastic. All towards cancer.
Well, we support cancer, yep, absolutely.
Let's go over and check out what else is available here on Sleepy's Day. Of course, you've got the hats, you've got the money there, so it must have been a good day so far.
Absolutely. I've already taken some back over to the bank, so to the club. And when you buy your drinks, you get your drink holder. So there are lots of those out there as well.
Fantastic.
I'm selling a few things as well for the day. So singlets, shorts, T-shirts, lots of things. So, yeah.
He raised over, $100,000 last year.
Absolutely.
I reckon we could go better than that this year.
So I hope we raise a lot more, Yep. He's a good man.
Well, thanks very much for
You're
coming
welcome.
on board. We'll take a look around and keep up the good work.
Lovely, we will. Thank you.
All right, then.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thanks.
And go South.
Go South, yes. Go South.
All right, we'll have a look at this, everybody at home on Bar TV Sports. The bubbles are going quite nicely. We might go inside the tent right now and have a chat to a lot of the colour that goes into such a day like this. It's not just the memorabilia we're selling here on raffling towards cancer for Peter Sleep's Day. It's also the wine. How good is it?
Oh, it's great.
How many cups is that?
Do you really want to know?
Should I say bottles?
Oh, we'd be close to it.
Having a good day?
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a great day. It's for a good cause, so it's been good.
Go South.
Yeah, all the way.
Fantastic. Well, we might just take a close-up look here. It's been flowing since about 10 o'clock this morning. Beautiful drop of Cabernet, barefoot, nice and rich, just like everybody here at South love it, and just like how Peter Sleep continues to support this club through not just, jerseys on raffle, but the whole day. It's a great day. So we might go and have a chat with a few of the people that make this day such a great success here at Souths. Well, I'm here with the man himself, Peter Sleep. What a day, Pete. This is bigger than last year.
It is. It just keeps on growing. I don't know where it's going to stop. I said last year we couldn't top last year, and look what happens. It just keeps on backing up, and it's great. I think it's fantastic.
Mate, over $100,000 raised, I understand, last year. We must be going close, if not better, this year.
We're well over that this year, and depends on the auction items and that come up tonight. We're hoping to get to round 150. So
wow.
That's incredible.
Incredible. Talk us through some of the stuff that you got up for grabs today.
Yeah, well, this is obviously the Rumble in the Jungle, Frazier and Ali. I mean, they're both signed and certificate for Ali and Fraser. I mean, obviously Ali's dead now, so I don't know what that'll go for. I'd imagine 3,000 plus. So, and we've got a lot of one items up. You have a look at the Might and Power. They're certificated by Jack Denham, and them plates are the plates that Might and Power wore in the 97 Caulfield Cup and the 97 Melbourne Cup.
They've also got the Jared Haynes San Francisco 49ers. What a get.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's a get. I don't know if anyone likes the guy anymore, so we'll have to see what they go. Someone bid $17.
$17?
Yeah, I told him it was $5 over there.
Good stuff. Mate, what a year it was last year. I mean, those memories must be still fresh in your mind, winning the premiership.
Well, you look at Sleepy's Day last year. We scored in the last 40 seconds to win the game, which won us the club championship in 64 years. The boys had enough momentum and belief to go from there to win the grand final since the last time I played in it. So, yeah, that's pretty special, yeah.
How many points will the boys get up today by?
Oh, look, I reckon they'll win by 16 plus.
It's a big margin, big crowd, big points ahead.
Well, we've won 7 Sleepy's Day games in a row. If the first grade win today, that's 8. So that's good.
Mate, really appreciate it. Good luck today and have a good night tonight.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to tonight. I think I might unleash. And again, Bar TV, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No worries, Pete. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, mate. Good on you.
Sure.
Yeah, well done, Peter Sleep, and well done to everybody that has put this huge day together. Sleepy's Day, tackling cancer, that is for sure. As I mentioned, if you just tune to the coverage, they raised over $100,000 in 2016 to support those affected by cancer, and the club will be looking once more to beat that again this year, and by all reports, they're going to crack nearly $150,000 come later tonight. Well done, Peter Sleep. What's this, his 8th year, 7th or 8th year? And his committee raising funds to support people, not just raising awareness, but people who are also struggling with cancer or adversity. It's just very touching stuff. And I guess the backstory, well, that's where it all started for Peter Sleep. Peter Sleep was diagnosed with throat cancer. The South Newcastle Lions came to Pete's aid, where they did a benefit for him in assisting with all his medical bills. And anybody knows that, you know, when your loved one is touched by cancer, it's not a cheap walk in the park, is it? It's a very costly illness to have. And the club, well, they wanted to help Pete out. He was an instrumental figure here in the 70s and the 80s, won premierships with Souths, and they did a fundraiser and raked up a huge amount of money for Pete in the local community. And Pete was telling me this time last year, and everybody in rugby league circles knows that Sleepy's Days was Pete's idea, and he just wanted to be able to pay back Souths, and he didn't know exactly how to do that. And his mates at the club, you know, when Pete was sick, and the likes of Tim Butler and Dave Fleming, they got together and said, well, how do we help Pete? How do we help him? And together with, I think it was Peter Parr and Jonathan Thurston from the North Queensland Cowboys all those years ago, were able to get him the funds that he needed to go towards his recovery. And it's still no walk in the park for Pete. I mean, he's still getting 3 monthly checkups to make sure that everything is on track. But so far, so good. And that's great to be able to be, you know, cancer-free, I guess, as well. Okay, so what we might do, we might play a few ads and we'll come back with the second half here. This is Saturday Rugby League. Souths are up by 24 points to 6.
Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today. Mascot makes it easy to communicate with players and supporters, manage payments, and best of all, Mascot will increase your sponsorship revenue. Visit mascot.co and download the app on the iOS and Google Play stores today.
Well, welcome back. We're just about to rock and roll for the second half here on Bar TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Newcastle Rugby League. Lucas Miller is back in the commentary box with me. Mate, you've been downstairs, you've been inside. I'd say a very calm Central Newcastle Butcher Boys dressing shed. Would it be the opposite?
One of the top 5 I've heard. Yeah. Craig Barney's sprays. He wasn't happy with a few of the players and more the team's attitude and little 1% plays in defence that those tries come off, and just asked them to just work for each other again. It was a good one, trust me.
One of his best in his career?
One of his best. I don't know. I copped a fair few of them, but that was the best team one I've heard in a long time.
Well, let's see if it's going to work. I guess also they've just got to restart the scoreboard and start again, don't they?
Yeah, it's really, and I spoke with Bradley. He said the wind is a little bit stronger than it appears, favouring South in that first half. So if it is a 24 point wind, it's very important for South to get on the board here early. And for Central, it's really getting back to basics and playing simple footy, and even share of possession means they have to tackle and do the simple things in defence, and hopefully that attitude change is about to happen.
So we're about to get underway for the second half. Tom Taylor, our referee, 24 points to 6. The Lions.
Another kick-off.
Luckily they put the foot out. So what does he want to see in this first set of 6 too?
I would say 3-person tackles, slowing the play the ball down, putting your body in front. There's 1, 2. Just working for each other in line speed, but discipline as well.
So Lawrence. So Williams rips in with a good tackle. Puts him on his broad of his back. So Roman for Pulii.
Good set by South.
They've made, 40, 45 metres here. Yep. Murlo with the kick. Kicking away from Nielsen. There he is. And runs straight back into Scotty Matthews. It's the 20-metre line. Lucas Miller in the commentary box. Great to have him in the box for the first time. You've been in the commentary box?
Yeah, yep, definitely.
Pretty warm up here with the heaters on, mate.
Yeah, out in the elements. There's no fancy Channel 9 seafood platters I thought you might have for me, but they're not here.
That's grand final day.
Okay,
come back.
I might have too many beers. That looked like a penalty there, but Taylor decided against it. Murray sees something down on the left.
And Nathan Campbell
Play
stopped
the ball
him
quick.
in his tracks.
There's the penalty that was supposed to happen the play before. So that's an important penalty for Central here. Now they would want to be building pressure. This is their first opportunity. As William takes it off the tap.
And runs straight into Chris Murlo, the halfback. So Tom Madden rumbling through the middle of the field to the 20.
Tom Madden was excused from the spray in the halftime. He was excused.
Excused?
Yes, he said, you don't deserve this. So that's how the opinion he had of his first half. If it's not find something from dummy half and go straight through. Well, that's 2 tries from dummy half from Nottingham. That's a really big try for Central. I'm interested to see what happened there in defence. It looked like it opened up very easily.
Well, it was the start that the Butcher boys needed in the second half, and they were able to come away with it. And because of this, they've been able to score the first try in the first 4 point of the second 40.
Yeah, it looked like the markers just held there and didn't really chase him out, and not with some good leg speed and desire to get to the line. It's a good try. It's the start that Craig would have wanted, and not what Ben Cross would have wanted for his South team, running back towards the Sleepies crowd. So could be an interesting game of footy coming up if Central find the scoreboard again.
So 14 becomes 12. Three minutes gone in the second half. We have a ball game if they can keep this up.
Looks good in the jersey, Bradley, doesn't he? I've heard you on commentary before mention he looks good in the white. He's been doing a lot of work in the gym, but he had some caramel slice on the way over, so that might be the reason for that.
Dave Dryden tells me he loves the KFC.
Yeah, he asked for a personal sponsor, but
yeah,
Central, the conflict of interest having their own restaurant, they didn't want KFC, so it's fairly disappointed. It was a clause in his contract there for a little bit, but it got taken out.
He's a brave man, knocking back the Colonel.
He is. He loves the Colonel. He moved to Kentucky if you let him. So we mentioned before, it's very important, both sides after points to get to a kick here.
So Campbell tried to tackle the man in his eyesight, but Campbell was eluded. So Metcalf shrugs off one, flicks out the back. What ball handling skills does that man possess?
He's a very hard man to tackle from experience, Dan Metcalf. He's like a brick wall. That's good.
Little knock on. Wow.
Oh, he's caught it too. I thought he might have regathered that. It looked like he did. Be interesting to see the replay here if we can get it up. That's a big play, a really big play.
Well, the pendulum, it's swinging. It's swinging back towards the Butcher boys. Let's have a little look at it. Yeah, there's a little knock on.
Yeah.
Well spotted there by Tom Taylor.
Yeah.
Good eyes.
Got the fair spray as well.
Jacob Affleck obviously trying to change his mind, but little too late.
They never do change their mind.
It's funny that.
Yeah. Johnny Taylor used to cop me a little bit. I remember once he actually said while we were playing, you're right then. That's the rule, Johnny. Yeah, he's a good fellow, Johnny.
He is. So not sending it back away to the prop in Metcalf. He's over the line. He's got it down. That's going to be a try to Metcalf. And it's 24 points to 16 with a kick to come.
Mentioned before, he's very hard to tackle, and especially when he's running off the back fence like that. That's a really big run by Dan Metcalf, leading from the front. He obviously copped the spray well, and it was all him. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reaches out and scores a try. Really important 6 minutes here for Central, and you would think Ben Cross would be looking to the bench to get Higgins back on, and he's got a card in his hand. He'll be back out there soon.
Metcalf. Nobody was going to stop the big fella. The machine, the truck. Doesn't score too many tries in rugby league, but he's scored a very important try that's got them back within potentially 6 points here if the kick can go over from Bradley Murray. That's his conversion. About to head towards the post, and he's got it. It's a ripper. We got a match. Saturday Rugby League heading into the finals. Where else would you rather be?
I wouldn't want to be the races, no.
I've got a bet coming up at 5:45.
All right.
5:45. I'll let you know if it wins.
Right.
You know the punt?
I work with...
Chris Lee.
Yeah, with Chris Lee's, yeah. So we've only got a couple of runners today, so get to go to the footy. He'll be here later. He's a really good supporter and good mate of Sleepy's, and puts a lot into South Rugby League as well. So
sure does.
Be opposites in the coach's box with Ben Cross. You think wouldn't be happy with that start, and I think you can see Barney doing cartwheels over the back there.
So corner. Last tackle.
Inside the 40.
Murray puts boot to ball. Wormsley. That's him. Dynamic fullback. As you said, a little bit light, but makes up with a lot of attack and defence.
Yeah, I think he's a player of the future for South, and maybe I'm not sure how old he is, if he's under 20 or a system, but he looks like he's got some talent. The South take the ball. This is play 3. Good run there and good defence as well. Driven back by Madden.
So we're live this afternoon on Facebook Live as well.
Ooh.
We'll get to everybody's comments shortly on YouTube as we head into the last premiership round. There goes the kick off the boot of Merlot. It's a high kick. Nicely taken at the back as well.
Worley takes it forward, finds the 40-metre mark. Murray into 9.
There's a lost ball.
It's a touch from South there.
Let's see what he's going to say here, Tom.
Touch, he's got something to say. I think it was a hand, loose hand there by South. A big double knock on.
South first, knock forward, second one Central.
Touched by South. Everybody at home can hear the referee. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Good invention. Taking you right into the thick of it. Bar TV Sports. Got a lot of football around on Bar TV Sports today as well. We've got live capital football coming out of Canberra. Canberra tackling Belconnen. That's an absolute ripper. That's live right now as well. But if you're rugby league, don't leave us right here on Sleepy's Day. Don't worry about the Northern New South Wales football semi-final between the Hamilton Olympic FC and Olympic Jaffers FC. You've got the best ticket in town, and this is the Newcastle Rugby League. Always go back and watch that match on replay, couldn't you, Lucas?
Yes, for sure. It's a really good service.
It sure is. And the Black Diamond today as well, grand final being played between the City Blues and the Nilsons Bay Marlins Club. That's the 30-metre line.
Good tackle. Central starting to move the footy a little bit more, and Bradley appears to be moving the troops around and into position for something.
Don't forget the Hunter Rugby Union today. Hamilton Hawks taking on the Merriweather Carlton Rugby Club. There goes the kick. Souths have to clean up in goal. We're going to have a goal line dropout.
Yeah, really good footy there. Great kick by the halfback and even better chase. Souths have had 2 sets of possession in 11 minutes, so the weight of possession's been with Central, and they get another chance to attack the line here off the dropout. And they look like they're sucking in the big ones that the last few minutes have taken their toll.
Let's see how far they can knock it up. There goes Ben Cross. He's left the grandstand. He's heading out onto the bench. What do you think will be going through his mind?
Not very happy, I would imagine. Big Crossy.
So Central. That's a 30-metre line here on Saturday Rugby League.
Great run by Madden.
Tommy hits it down to the third 20-metre line.
Excused he was. Excused.
That's Murray coming short. Heading towards the 10. 13 minutes gone in the second half.
Short side.
Murray, great ball. They're about to get there. Double movement if they were.
It was a forward pass.
Forward pass anyway. Didn't quite go the way they wanted it. But stay with us. One hell of a game of Newcastle Rugby League coming up as we have a look at the replay here.
Yeah, that's NFL like that one.
I've seen those calls go forward. Look at the crowd looking on. Nobody's left, and why would you? They're here to the end. Here to the end. Speaking of Newcastle races, at 10-5, that horse I got on was called Naughty Thoughts.
Naughty Thoughts.
Saturday afternoon, yeah.
Chris Waller, so you think filly from memory.
Ran second last week, so had a good run. Might go all right this week. Time will tell. Let's see both of these sides coming into some winning form. Who it's going to be. Really
important set here for South and also Central. They don't want to give a piggyback out of the South defensive half. Look a little bit lackluster in attack at the moment, South. So they'll be looking for a good kick here.
Lucas Miller in the commentary box with us this afternoon as this is Matt Shipway. Madden wraps him up in 15. Higgins exploits a gap from dummy half. It's on the ground.
Boney picks the ball up, but Higgins back on. You can see if the ball went a little bit further out to the left, they would have been through. So Central have the ball attacking the line again through Metcalf.
The 20 metres in from that western touchline. They'll play it back to the middle of the field. Taking it forward is Corda. He runs with gusto and determination, and he takes the tackle. About 8 metres out centre of the field. They work it back to the right-hand side of the field. Knott throws the dummy before he's been collected and brought down there from Higgins. They're back on their goal line now, the Lions, as the Butcher boys work the left through Murray. He cuts out one. There's an overlap out wide. Oh, they've dropped the ball. Picked up by South Newcastle, and they turn defence into attack, and they're back out to the halfway line.
It shows you the tides of football. It looked like he knocked it on there. Attacking footy, and just a misdirected pass. Because South down the right. Away.
Affleck. Great ball, wasn't
Still
it,
going.
from Joe Lawrence? 15 metres away. How quickly can we get up the other end of the field in the Newcastle Rugby League? Demonstrated perfectly right here. So South's now looking to quick play the ball. Away it comes down to Luke Higgins. He barges towards the goal line. He tries to get the shoulder over the line, but he can't. He'll play it back to his brother. He cuts out one. He finds Glanville. Walmsley. Is he over the line? No. No try. He's held up.
Great footy and great tackle there. Good setup, and Granville with a really delicate touch to the young fullback. Unlucky not to get the ball down.
Have a look at this on the replay.
Great footy. Oh, it's just short.
As we come back to the live action, because the Lions are pressing the goal line. They're on the last tackle. Where's it going to go now? It comes back to Glanville. He cuts out one. It's been touched by Central. Then we'll come back and... Well, Tommy's blown the whistle here. Well, this crowd, this game's revving up. It's Sleepy's Day. The planes are going overhead. Helicopters all around. And this could have been an intercept try, but didn't quite come off. You excited? Look at the planes. There they are, all four of them from the RAF.
Sleepy put them on for today.
There goes the budget.
Yeah.
Fantastic recognition from the RAF. They knew Sleepy's Day was on, and they brought out their best 4 planes. Back to the left-hand side. Speaking of planes, he'll hit it hard and hit it straight.
Drop that.
He's lost it, though, Walmsley. Referee didn't see it, though, Lucas. So opportunity again now for the Lions. They rumble it forward now. This is Luke Higgins. He's dropped down. No, it's not Luke Higgins. He'll play it back to the right-hand side. It was Simpson, of course. Now they cut out Higgins, and they give it away to the right-hand side. And this is Lawrence. He beats one. He beats two. He's still going, and he's been put away there by Murray. They're 5 metres out from the line, leading by 24 points to 18, right here on Saturday afternoon Rugby League. They hit it up now, and they're dropped down on the tackle there. That is Luke Higgins. Here come the Lions on Sleepy's Day. Burrowing is Higgins. He's got there. Liam Higgins has set the crowd alight. Try time, 28 to 18. 10-point ball game kick to come.
Yeah, it just shows you how important Liam Higgins is to this footy team. Central with a quicker play the ball there, and he took advantage of some young kids in the markers with Harrigan just coming on, and pretty professional try.
Higgins. He starts every game day on Facebook with Game Day UE. Tries to get everybody involved. He's got a fair few fan clubs supporting him there. He gets over 150 likes. And there's Central. Early days yet. Only 10 points in it with still 22 and a half minutes remaining in the second half here, Lucas. What do you think Bradley's saying to his troopers?
It just shows you the momentum, how it can switch so quickly. Central looked in cruise control there, attacking the line, and one poor pass turns into 2 sets of 6, and Higgins back on the field to score the try. Bradley will be demanding his troops to just put their body in front of defence and push up on the footy and give him options. I think they've been doing that in the first half, so they'll be a little bit taken back by the easy try from dummy half. There's been a few soft tries there in defence, and it's not what you want going into finals.
Walmsley converts the try. The crowd applaud. So we're back out now to a 12-point margin with 22 and a half minutes remaining on Saturday Rugby League as we head into finals football next weekend. Don't forget, next Saturday we'll have the elimination semi-final. 4th place takes on 5th. And next Sunday we'll have the qualifying semi where 2 plays 3. And going into next week, just having a look at the draw, and this is without going around and finding out what the other scores are. It looks like Lakes could be possibly playing South and Macquarie could be taking on Central if the 2 versus 3 comes that way.
We've got a head clash here.
Not good. A lot of concern over there.
I think it's Cordner.
Higgins is saying this is not good. Simpson.
No, it's Josh Nielsen.
Josh Nielsen. Welcome back to first grade rugby league. Wow.
Oh, Kamikaze from the side and just got his head in the wrong spot, and I don't think there was any malice in it.
No.
Just bracing for the impact, and
wrong spot.
Hopefully Josh is okay, but it's not what you want to see on the field.
Getting back up. A little bit groggier than only 10 seconds ago. But that's the toughness of the bloke.
Yeah, with the concussion rules now, he comes off and it costs an interchange in the local rugby league, which is could be a beneficial thing back at the back end of the half for South losing and Central losing interchange for a head knock. So it's a pretty important part of the game now. I think that's something that the league could look at with the having a head knock interchange like they do in the NRL.
But I've got to say too, I'd say that Central takes that concussion rule very, very seriously.
Yeah, we do. We've got studies at Newcastle University. There's a few students there, and some doctors come in, and the boys done some tests in the last couple of years, and you got to look the forward pass and the offload, but they're away again South. Yeah, it's a big issue in the game and all sport, all contact sport. You see the NFL. We've got to protect each other and do the right thing for everyone. Inside the 40, this kick.
Let's see where it will go. Menifafo is flying through and takes the shot. Now coming off the wing is Cameron Anderson. So coming out of their own half. It's a 30-metre line in shot.
You look for Murray to kick early here. Finds Williams on the left.
Right on the chest of Williams. There goes the kick. Low kick. Rolling down past the 40.
It'd be filthy. They didn't really get all of that one, Bradley.
The wind behind Central in the second half. 20 minutes remaining as Walmsley finds Tim Christie, beating one, fending off another, brushed off Murray. But the Colonel's favourite customer comes back and collects him. He's eyeing off the menu for tonight. Will it be the bucket? Will it be the zinger?
He's calling for the Tower Burger back with the hash brown. That was his favourite.
His prayers could be answered. But his prayers need to be answered in this match. 12-point margin. Cannot afford many
Higgins
more
from
points.
9.
Let's see what Simpson does. Simpson rolls it into Metcalf. So the hand goes up from our referee. Last tackle.
Line. Shippy back inside.
Look at this. Causing havoc. Causing havoc because they're about to offload. And possibly
another loose hand there.
Try gone begging. But Central are up in their faces and stopped anything from brewing.
But they've got to defend another set of 6 here. I think it was come off a Central player. Possibly, I'm not sure. Well, no, it looks like Central got the ball. So close call there for Central, but South looked to have a little bit of mojo back in attack. Central get beat here and Lakes win by a space. I think that could determine third place. So.
Yeah, mathematically,
yeah,
anything is likely.
Boney inside the 40.
Heading for a 40-20. Will it roll? Oh, talk about cool as a cucumber at the back. The light-weighted Walmsley. I'd like to have a look at the replay if we were able to check that out.
Looked like he had a foot on the line, but...
Just short of the cricket pitch as Higgins exploits a gap from dummy half, finding Tim Christie. So Liam anxiously waiting at dummy half. Higgins always a good indicator for the Lions when he rolls forward. The rest of them do. Here's the kick.
Good kick.
Sitting up here for Jake Mason. Knowles has got him covered in 3. Affleck's gone down in 5, but now he's back up.
A few tired bodies out there for both teams, and this is a really important period. The arm wrestle, the middle third, is going to be where the game's won. You can see Central scored both their tries, 2 tries from dummy half. That's through the middle and Dan Metcalf. So they've got a roll on here through Williams coming out of dummy half. He's played a bit of 9 this season. Finds an offload to Mason. He's got great leg speed, Mason.
Luckily, Higgins was there to bring him into the ground.
Goes short side Murray.
Good ball, wasn't it? With 15 minutes remaining in the second half. They're calling for the ball to come to the right-hand side of the field. Murray says, well, I'll kick it out towards that way. It's high. Afafatoa has lost it.
6 to go.
It was played. Now they've come away with it.
Knock on. There's a rake there by South, so it'll be a Central scrum. Some good footy down the blind side there and some dummy half running there from Central. An important period here for South defensively. How they're going to defend their line here.
The crowd watching on.
Just got some breaking news. Winks is going to wear earmuffs.
Is
next
he?
Start. She is, yeah.
Is she?
Yeah, she got a bit restless in the barriers last week. Just got through Jack Marshall from Newcastle Sunday, the new paper.
Right.
Yeah, the Newcastle supported Sunday paper. He's just texted me through that it's pretty big news in the racing industry for those interested. And Central attacking a line here now.
Just to get them back again into the contest. To close the gap is Murray sending a short. They're getting closer, aren't they? With every run towards the goal line. South back on their own line as Murray gives it back to Baker. Baker!
Ooh, he wanted it.
Trying to bake one for himself there. Just short by a couple. Murray sending it away. Boney. This is Metcalf. Hard to stop. Scored a try in the 2014 grand final for Cessnock.
But
looking worse for wear than that day back 4 years ago. Talk about injuries for Central this year. It's been woeful, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think there's 29 through the club a couple of weeks ago. We've had a few come back, but I think 8 to 9 every week of the 19s play reserve grade, and reserve grade only have about 8 at training, so the 19s are really pushing up and doing a good job.
There goes the kick off the boot of Bradley Murray. There's a try. They've got there.
Oh, he says
no,
it's gone dead.
It's gone dead. We'll have to take a look at this. We don't have a camera behind the goal line, but maybe we don't need to. Maybe this will identify what we
Mitch
saw.
Williams gets the footy and puts it down, but he's over the line, it looks like. Tried to put it down with his head.
Take a look at this. It was a nice way to kick, though, off the boot of Bradley.
That's just the in-goals here at Townsend. They're not very big and forgiving for...
So if there were another 2 metres, that would have been a try.
Yeah, they were at Cessnock's for about 13 metres long, I think.
13 to go. Simpson.
Good run. That just shows you what I said before, the 7 tackles. This is play 4 and they're attacking Central's line now. It's a really big rule change in the... Ooh.
Offer. There he goes. Can't miss him.
Play 5 now. This is an important kick here for South to try and keep them down here.
As Christie gets it away. Glanville, he's going to go high. They've lost the ball. Referee's given a penalty tackle. Yep. In mid-air.
It's a huge penalty for Central.
Well, they need a point a minute. Here on Sleepy's Day. It's been a huge day, a huge success on and off the field thus far. Their strike rate here on Sleepy's Day South is nearly 100%, or it is 100% since Sleepy's Day came into effect 7-8 years ago. Can they keep that going? There's the mistake.
That one hurt. It looked like he regathered it, but any look of a fumble in the dummy half area, the referees are going to snap those up. You have the second look. Yeah, he's dropped that. There, those 1%ers that the coach asked for Central to improve, and that one really hurts. 10 to go here at Townsend.
To the scrum. Being set in the afternoon fading sun. As they turn it away to Christie.
Affa was over there on the right. He's still over there.
Affa wants it. Is Affa about to get it? You can't miss him in his bright yellow fluoro boots. They certainly stand out. He's coming back to these left wing as they roll it towards the middle of the field. This is Sleepy's Day. It's 2017. This is Luke Higgins. He'll get there! Higgins has got the try on Sleepy's Day 2017. And is that the match, if it wasn't already?
Looked that way. He really wanted that try then. He ran the ball really hard. Interesting to see the replay. All from Higgins from dummy half again. Finds his brother with a face ball and
too big, too strong. Yeah. Bang!
That's a good try. You would think that would wrap up the game for South now. With 10 to go. A 3-try lead. And a conversion to come.
Luke Higgins. What a couple of years it's been for him. Cracked first grade. And cracked the try there in the last 9 minutes of the regular premiership round for 2017. Souths won the premiership last year. They hadn't won the premiership since 1989. previously. They're in the top 5, and they're about to give it one hell of a shake. Once more in 2017. Keep this up. Watch out. Opposition as Walmsley makes it look simple. Touch judges raise their flags. 36-18 with 8.5 minutes remaining here on Sleepy's Day, and don't go anywhere after full time. We're going to keep the cameras rolling and we'll head down onto the field. And as every year, the Lions mingle with the Sleepy's crowd that gather here to help raise the much needed funds for people tackling cancer or adversity, with Peter Sleep and his committee doing a fantastic job.
Murray goes short to Anderson.
The ball's on the ground, there's a chance, but Affa cleans it up. That nest of hair. The best do in Newcastle Rugby League, if not Rugby League in 2017. So 18 points of the margin as Simpson takes it towards the halfway.
He's been good against Simpson, led from the front. Every carry's been 10 plus.
He'd have to be one of the, well, could be the man of the match if they keep this up.
I think Higgins would be hard to beat today.
Higgins?
He's been Liam Higgins, the 9. He's been pretty instrumental in all their tries as he goes short.
So the top 3 more likely, Higgins, Simpson.
Simpson and the fullback.
Throw in Walmsley?
Yeah.
Definitely. Christie coming through with the chase. But Mason, what a shot. Locked forward in Shipway, cleans him up. Off the bench now. This is Bryce Madden in 15.
Yep.
Throwing it around. Anderson. Coming in off the wing. Finding himself playing it back centre of the park.
Jarrett with an offload to Murray. He finds some Williams. He finds some space. They'll be looking to just finish off this game with a positive attitude and some good footy heading into next week. There's a hand in the ruck there, but
they've gone straight towards the gap. There's a port left and right. Mason, he's quick, he's fast, he's dangerous, he's elusive, and he still wants to go all the way. Finally brought down by
Murray will go short side here.
Let's see what Murray does do. He does. He finds the left-hand side. There's a chance out wide. Oh, Lucas, they've ballsed it up. Ballsed it up.
Yeah, if Murray just gets out there, steps and has a little crack himself, I'm sure he would have went over. But
well, he had the hindsight. He had the right way to go. It was just that last.
It's just not working for him today out there. But they played some good footy, but their sort of defences let them down.
But this just gives us a look at the crowd. The grandstand is nearly chocked to capacity. Can't find a spot amongst that crowd here as we come back to the wide shot. Now, if we can get another shot to the left-hand side where all the Sleepy's Day crowd is. Now, look at that. Have a look at that. Well done, everybody, coming out here on Sleepy's Day. You've done the whole rugby league community proud once again in 2017. It's a juggernaut, and that juggernaut will continue to roll for many years to come. This is Walmsley. Now to Campbell. Out to the 30-metre line. 4 minutes to go on Sleepy's Day. Losing their footing, but still able to make a couple of metres there was Merlot. And they've done it today without Jason Keelan, the Lions. Merlot only came into the match in the last couple of hours leading up to the 3 o'clock kickoff. As Simpson played the back to Higgins. There's Merlot banging it downfield between fullback and the winger. And the bearded Bushman comes back out towards the 30-metre line.
Anderson comes in at 9. Finds Worley. Yeah, it's been a really great day here for South, and it's always good and pleasing to see so many people supporting a great cause.
Dan Corda. 4 minutes remaining. in the last premiership round of the entire season.
Pete, you've watched and called all the games this year. Do you think West will be too hard to beat for the coming into the finals?
Man, I've said it nearly all year. West on any given day, I think, doesn't matter who they're playing. It's a 20-point gap, I think, and that was evident.
New South Wales Cup side, aren't they? Really?
They sure are. You know, if the likes of, I think Matt Lantry's done a sensational thing putting Bradley Tye back at fullback. You know, he's given him more space to work in. Tafua, I understand, could be his last year in rugby league. Could be hanging the boots up at the end of 2017. That'd be a huge loss, not just for the game, but for Western Suburbs going forward. But, you know, one goes, another one.
They'll find another one.
Pops in, don't they? As an offer. Mate, I mean, obviously you'd love Central to go all the way, but apart from Central, you still think the benchmark is West?
Yeah, they definitely are. A lot of my good mates still play there and play a lot of footy with them, and when they get to this time of the year, well, they have all year, they've only lost 2 games. They just want to win, and they don't just put the foot off the throttle.
I've got this feeling, though, Lucas, that if it's not Macquarie that's going to rattle a few in the semi-final series, it could be Souths.
Yeah, the way they've played today. But
you know.
They touched them up last week, but it could be a different story come finals time as they make a break through Christie.
Yeah, inside the 10. There's the support. And Affleck, he finishes it off on Sleepy's day and pumps the fist to the crowd's delight.
That's 40 points. That could be a for and against issue there for Central if Lakes have, I think they were 70 behind. So if Lakes have put some numbers on the board today, if they're playing today, I think, it could be the 3rd spot for Lakes. So good try there, really good footy again. Higgins out of 9, soft defence there, good footwork, finds the winger and a really flashy put down to finish it off. They had a bad period there, South, in the start of the second half, but they got Higgins back on the field and found their direction and played some good footy towards the back end. That's what you want going into finals footy.
As far as the Lions go, that's what you want, finishing the day off towards the Sleepers end of the field, pumping the fists to the roar of the crowd. 2,000 odd spectators in here at Townsend Oval today. Phenomenal success. Who said rugby league's dead in this part of the world? Not here in the Newcastle Rugby League. Crowds like this. This is a grand final crowd. Massive. Let's hope we can wrap everybody up and take them over to Hunters Stadium. That is for sure. Well, I'll just get it. I mean, it's a long way from over, but the last scores I was getting was Macquarie locked up with Curry at 16 all, and that we'll try and get a more accurate score if we can from that ground. So there you go, 42 points to 18 here on Sleepy's Day with 1.5 minutes remaining here in the Newcastle Business Plaza Cup. So after the match, we'll head straight down onto the field and soak up the winning atmosphere with the South Newcastle Lions players. No doubt they'll be doing the team song in front of the old boys. They used to put on the red V. Knowles at the back. Doesn't want to go down, does he? He eventually goes down on the broad of his back. With 16 seconds remaining in Saturday Rugby League.
It's a knock-on. That'll be the ball game.
So the clock will beat the scrum. The siren's about to go in the background. The crowd start applauding. That's full time in the last premiership round before finals football. Souths have been able to do it by 42 points to 18 over Central on Sleepy's Day 2017. Well, Lucas, mate, really appreciate you coming to the box today, mate. I hope you enjoyed it, and, you know, didn't get the result today, but final start next week. We hit the reset button and anything can happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's comes to the interesting part of the year, and look, there's 5 teams really that can win it. It's been a really close season, as we're asking for point differentials for third decision on the ladder. So, look, they'll bounce back. They'll have a tough week of training at Central, looking to rekindle some form heading into the finals. But Souths are really impressive today, and really good to see so many people here supporting Sleepy's Day. It's a great initiative to raise money for cancer and those that need it. And Central all going back to the club to support the cause. And look, thanks for having me again, and look forward to doing it in the future.
Good stuff, mate. Really appreciate it. That was Lucas Miller in the Bar TV commentary box here in the last premiership round here in 2017. And no doubt we'll have him back in the not too far distant future. Fantastic job. Just like the Lions here today, getting up by 42 points to 18 over the Central Newcastle Butcher Boys. So don't go anywhere. There's a lot more coming your way right here on Saturday afternoon Rugby League. We're about to head downstairs and catch all the excitement as we continue into the night with Sleepy's Day 2017. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few seconds from now.
Blew out in the end. Oh, that was bloody close, that Central one.
Well, Liam Higgins, probably our man, is the man of the match here today. Mate, how good is this? Does it come much better than a win and on Sleepy's Day?
Oh, mate, it's great. We needed that win, especially for the momentum going to the semis. We're going to be playing elimination next week, so it's important that we consistently keep going. But Peter Sleep, mate, everyone in the club is so well respected. We tried not to get too emotionally caught up in the day, but it's a bit hard to when you've got so many people behind you that is support you, and it's for a good cause. And yeah, mate, now on to the semis.
Mate, what about this crowd? Big crowd, massive crowd.
Mate, it gets bigger and better every year. I was saying to Sleepy, we might have to go to Energy Australia, so I'm sorry, McDonald's at home, so it's getting that big. But, mate, it just shows the respect that they've got for Peter and, you know, how many good people are in the community at the club that puts this sort of a show on. Mate, it's unreal. It's good.
Mate, you're into the semi-finals now. Keep that up. Anything's possible.
100%, mate. We know we've got the cattle to do it. We've got a few boys coming back next week as well. I think we've got about 4 coming back. So, you know, mate, I know it's sudden death, but we still just keep doing the same stuff. We've been there, we've done it before, so now it's hopefully try and do it again.
Enjoy the night. It's going to be a massive one.
Thanks, mate. Keen as.
Yeah, I bet you are. There we go. Liam Higgins always loves a chat and always loves to get back to the South Newcastle Leagues Club and have it in a chat too. Well, let's have a chat now with Mananafoa. He's been in sensational form. We're live on Bar TV, mate. First time we've had Big Mananafoa on our Bar TV screen. Mate, Sleepy's Day, what does it mean to you?
Oh, it means it's a pretty big thing for the club, obviously, but me personally, it's my first year playing for Souths coming over here, so yeah, it feels pretty emotional. It's a big day for them. So yeah.
You just mentioned it was your first year at Souths. What's your background?
From NZ, currently from NZ, and coming over, new opportunities over here, I guess, and going through that.
Semi-final bound now, mate.
Oh yeah, we've been prepping towards this game to going strong to finals week, so it'll be good.
All right, we'll let you go and have a good night.
All right, cheers, thank you.
I've got Brendan Simpson over here. Brendan Simpson. Wow. Birthday boy the other day. Mate, birthday boy and a win today. You're going for the trifecta.
Yeah, all I need was a try. I got nothing. Just need to meet Paul.
Mate, Sleepy's Day, what does it mean to you?
Oh, it's massive, mate. We talk about it every year. Sleepy's a legend. Anyone that knows Sleepy, he does a lot for the community. It's just getting bigger and bigger, so it's massive.
Yeah, look at this crowd. Biggest we've had in a while.
Yeah, I think it's nearly twice the size as last year, I reckon, yeah.
He said he's raised 100,000 last year. We're aiming for 150,000 this year. How good's that?
That's ridiculous. I reckon they're going to have to move venues. They're getting too many people.
We've got to go to Hunter Stadium.
Surely.
Talking of Hunter Stadium, you're going to give this competition a real crack.
Oh, mate, yeah, that's the goal. Obviously, that's everyone's goal. But, yeah, a bit of form going into the finals would be good. But, yeah.
How'd you go for your birthday the other day? Get what you wanted?
Yeah, got everything. Got spoilt, mate. It was a good day.
Get spoilt later tonight too.
Hopefully.
Club. Righto, Brendan. Thanks, mate. Hopefully we'll see you at Sunday Rugby League. Okay, well, that about wraps up our coverage here on Peter Sleepy's Day 2017. It's been a huge day for South. They're into the semi-finals, and I'll tell you what, anything is possible from now. We'll see you next week.